than the stars in the night. Every superpower that is yours will be mine. I'll be that it girl, pouting mad.
So today's video, if you've seen in the thumbnail, I am talking about our entranceway. It's not finished, but just things like the carpet stairs. I haven't even ordered that yet. It's going to take so long, so I thought I might as well show you it now because the main foundations of this room are done. It's just little bits, like you'll notice that there's no switches on, and the switches that are on are like the old white ones. So I don't know where to start with this room, and I never thought that I could love a hallway so much. It's a bit echoey, but we've got all the builders outside, so excuse the echo-ness. Literally every door and window is shut, plus it's raining. So I'll start with the wardrobes, because for me, these wardrobes have completely made the space. And something that I've learned, I wish that I'd got these wardrobes done before we started work on this hallway. So I knew that when I had the budget and the time to get this hallway done, I knew that it was going to look amazing, and I knew all the plans that I was going to do, but I wish I'd taken the plunge and got the fitted wardrobes here, because they've made such a big difference. Now, I will be the first to admit that I used to prefer beautiful amores. I used to have amore all along this back wall. I'll try and find a photo. Then I was planning to get a beautiful amore here. And I would always pick that over fitted wardrobes, but I have completely done a 180, and this is why I think fitted wardrobes are so essential for any home. Aside from aesthetic and personal style, fitted wardrobes add value to your house. It's kind of common knowledge. It means that when someone walks in to view a house, automatically in their head they're calculating that they don't need to get furniture, there's all this storage. Everybody loves storage. It doesn't matter if you're a new family, couple, everyone needs storage, and it is such a key selling point, and it gives first impressions that you don't need to spend much on refurbishment, so it adds value to your house. For me, the only thing with amores and, you know, styled wardrobes, you do not get as much space. With the fitted wardrobes, they do every nook and cranny. I'll show you in cutaways, but we left a gap here, but I'll explain that later. But this, I would only obviously be able to fit this with a wardrobe, and then a cabinet, and then it looks bitty, it's collecting dust. You then fill surfaces with clutter, and you put boxes in gaps, and it just looks really, really untidy. And when I'm having a day where I'm doing a big clean, but not enough to redo all the shoes and everything, I do just love shutting this, and I have peace of mind, and everything is behind. So we tried so many different things here, and fitted wardrobes weren't in the plan of this room. I had a chaise lounge here, I had a cabinet here, I had an armchair here. Everything looked out of place in this hole, whatever you want to call it, understairs. And I thought that I didn't cross my mind to have an understairs cupboard. I do not know why. I just thought I'd put a wardrobe here and have it as the cupboard. Then we got our wardrobes done with my fitted wardrobe in my walk-in closet. It was about 2 years ago, and I love my wardrobe so much, the way that it looks so tidy. I'll leave the link to that video if you want to see all the ins and outs of that video, and there's an updated one coming in 3 weeks, maybe the end of next month actually, where that's phase 2 of my walk-in wardrobe is finally done, so make sure you're subscribed. We were so happy with that. Before it was even finished, we got our master bedroom done. Then I got quotes for here from 3 carpenters that I love, and they all come out at approximately 8,000, 8,200, 6, 7, 900. It was all around 8,000, and that was too much for me to spend on this. So I got a quote again from my fitted wardrobe. For some reason, I thought they didn't do understairs, but you know, this is just like any kind of sort of vault, like archive. Am I being stupid? What is the name? You know, we have a loft bedroom that has this shape like this, so I just thought, of course they'll do that. So contacted them, free consultation. That's why we did our master bedroom, because we thought it's free to get a consultation. Let's see how it looks. Over the moon with that. It actually filled up a really awkward space in our bedroom. We then got one of the loft rooms done, which I cannot believe I didn't get that done sooner. You can't fit a wardrobe in our loft room, but somehow we've managed to fit a wardrobe in one of the slanted corners of the room. I can't wait to show you that. They seem to be able to fill up every awkward corner. So back to the understairs cupboard. So I really recommend any understairs cupboard or gaps or anything you need to fill. Even like the archives, we have a landing in the 2-bedroom upstairs, and I never even thought that you could get fitted cupboards in there, and it just looks amazing. But I'll save that for the next. Basically every nook and cranny in this house now we have fitted wardrobes, and we now have so much storage. It makes me so happy. So we needed coat storage. So when I show you the whole tour of this room, you'll see that we have 2 boucle chairs at this end of the room. So I'll get there in a minute, but these used to be full of coats when we had guests, when we come in and out the house. Every day it was full of coats, so that was my priority. And now I designed this with my fitted bedroom designer, so I could have had like long cupboards, I could have had drawers. I just went for simple. So I have 2 racks here with clothes. I'm going to show some cutaways of me filling it up so you can see how it looks when I'm done with it. But we had 2, because it's easy, you just work out how many coats you've got. With all of us together, I thought we need the shorter ones more. So we've got that there. I have this cupboard here for my long coats. And then we managed to even get some storage up here where it's actually amazing for my big biker boots. And then there's some storage at the bottom, but that's for my long like Max Mara coats. Then we have, even right down here, the really awkward space. Then we just have all place for shoes. I did the bottom one for higher boots. And then the last one is 2 shelves down there as well. So we have ample space for all of our coats, all our chunky long coats, I put all our everyday shoes here because trainers look great in your wardrobe on display when they're pristine, but the moment you have a gammy white trainer on display, it doesn't look good. Plus, I'm in and out all day wearing trainers and Uggs and, you know, Paris's trainers and Honoré's trainers, all our everyday shoes and boots and umbrellas, they're all here. So it's become so practical, so much storage. I cannot rate an understairs cupboard enough. Well, I mean, we've done it as a wardrobe. We've got it as a wardrobe space. So many of you are probably thinking, yes, Claire, we all have that, but I've never had an understairs wardrobe before. I've only had that little cupboard or little space. All our homes have always had like open spaces, so for me it's a really exciting new thing. I chose my fitted bedroom because same reason as what we did before with my walk-in closet. Now my fitted bedroom, it took me a year to find them, so I really hope that me telling you that all this information is going to really help you. You get a free consultation, free design, you get 5% off if you quote Claire Chanelle, 5% off your final price, so make sure you do get that. And then once you're happy with your design, the prices were the cheapest I could find for this quality. And when I say it took me a year, I just got a quote from every company you can imagine across the UK, and then I spoke to small businesses and all different kinds of people, and I was blown away with the service. So quality and product was number one, closely if not a tie with the price, and then customer service is really important. So my fitted bedroom had all of those three, and I'm really happy with the quality as well. Now we went for the plain doors here, and I have to be honest, a week before the carpenter was coming to put the panels on, we added these panels. I'll show you how it looked now before. Before the carpenter come, I actually really got to grow to like the plain doors, and if I hadn't booked him and paid the deposit, I would have kept them how they were, because I just really love that minimal look. It's really grown on me, and I think if I do wardrobes again, I will still pick this minimal door. I really, really love it, and we picked that because you can paint it. The finish of this is that you can paint it and you can customize it, but the whole point of that design is that it's the minimal, simple look that they offer, because not everyone wants panels and all the different designs that my fitted bedroom offer. This it's the cheapest one that they do, and I didn't pick it because it was the cheapest. I just loved the bare front so that I could have it, I could customise it however I like, but then also I knew if I wanted it there, I could have it like that, and also you can paint it. Before I put on my own handles, but then my fitted bedroom actually got a new selection of handles and I ended up picking theirs. So they was a part of the price. They were exactly what I was looking for. They're like a matte brushed gold, simple but with a ridge. They are literally perfect. They're exactly what I wanted to have, so over the moon with them. We went for the same colour as the wall, so that was the reason why I picked this simple range, because you could paint it. I love the idea of having all the wall and all the wardrobe the same colour, because then it all flows together and it really does look like it's fitted and a part of the whole room. So that's why we chose that. But in my other room, I've got one of the My Fitted Bedroom panel designs, and that's the colour that they offer. And I love it for that room. I love that the walls are different colour, and I'm probably going to have wallpaper in there. So it depends what vibe you're looking for. And you know, we've done different with different rooms. But this plain range is actually one of my favourites. But then again, the room upstairs does look so amazing, and we didn't have to do anything. Like, the price was the price. No painting, no panels. So it probably worked out the same price anyway. So these are understairs cupboards. I could literally talk about this for another half an hour. That filled up a really awkward space, had so much storage, very practical. Honore is so cute when he comes in and he puts his trainers in here. He's so cute. He literally sits on the steps, and obviously he never used to do that because the trainers were just everywhere. So there are fitted wardrobes. I'll link the wardrobe upstairs for you to see because it's a different vibe. And then make sure you're subscribed, because next week I'm going to show you a completely different design that we picked, and it's a completely different vibe. So make sure you watch that one. Now I'm going to take you around the rest of the room. Okay, so before I take you around the rest of the room, I'm going to leave you with a tiny little video just panning the whole room so you really get the vibe and feel of everything. And then we'll come back and I'll talk about this end of the room. Okay, so that's the entrance. It's quite a grand entrance. I mean, probably not the biggest one you've seen, but I love our grand entrance. When we were looking at renovating this at the beginning, so many people recommended that we cut the entrance to here. So this would be the entrance, which honestly is still a very, very good size entrance. And I would have been happy with it. And then open all of this up to a kitchen going along this way, which I do still think would have been amazing, and we would have had a bigger kitchen and less of an entrance. But I like it like this because you would have seen in the little video, when you open the door, you straight away see that arch, and then the arch windows outside. It pours so much light in. I love having this entrance. I love having like the huge coat cupboard. It was just a personal preference, and I really do. It's quite a wow factor when you walk in. So here, we've always had these chairs here. These are original French chairs that came with the house, so I didn't want to get rid of them. They were gold before. I reupholstered them to grey, you know, back before that grey trend become huge. That was 9 years ago now. And I recently got them done by the Stringer Brothers. So the Stringer Brothers are two brothers that upholster any kind of furniture you want, but they do it so well. I've had a lot of furniture upholstered in the past, and they do it so well. And I'm going to tell you why they do it well. And a lot of upholstery companies, they put those studs in between the foundation and like body, the bones of the chair, and then goes the fabric, and they kind of fill it in with those studs. I didn't like that look. And I also, when I used to peel it off, because they do peel off, you would just kind of see it's a bit messy. Whereas if you look at the Stringer Brothers and how they've done it, it's all immaculate. And if you look closely, they don't even need the studs because it's been done really well. And it has like more of a minimal luxury look. So yes, the boucle trend is very big. What I love about upholstering is you can just reupholster it every time you change your mind about something. And the boucle looks really great against this beige wall colour that we had. And I also love, sorry, I'm turning my back on you. I also love that the Stringer Brothers, they sanded down all of the wood on this chair. And I know it took them hours, but they did such an amazing job. I'm so happy with it. And then they also did some other chairs, like some double French chairs, which we are taking to France. So we had that done by them. I actually had so much done by the Stringer Brothers, but it's all going to be in France or in the studio. So stay tuned for that. But if you wanted to get anything upholstered, go follow them on Instagram, because some of the projects that those boys have done, literally the most gammy chairs that people have had in the garage or they buy off eBay, and the boys just completely renovate it, but they have all the really up-to-date fabric, because when I contacted someone else before I found them, no one had boucle at the time, whereas the Stringer Brothers, they have every boucle colour you can imagine, but they also have other fabrics. So from someone that has had a lot of upholstery done, they are amazing. They're from the north of England. Everybody knows everyone's nicer in the north of England. Prices are really competitive. You get what you pay for, but they're very, very competitive. So I can't recommend them enough. They drive all the way down south and they pick up a bulk of people. So you just got to book yourself in. I do it on Instagram. Prices are great. So 2 chairs here by the Stringer Brothers. We have our cast iron radiators, because it's a very big space in here. We do have underfloor heating in the extension, which comes into here, but we've got the really, really grand antique radiators, because it's such a big space that this room can hold such thick radiators, and it just kind of warms the whole house up. Even if we have the heating off everywhere else and just here, it works really, really well. We have our steel door. The blinds, they're our old blinds actually. They're meant to be a beige colour, but we're going to order them with the lounge. So I have the lounge tour coming up, which is going to be amazing. You've seen sneak peeks on Claire Chanelle Home, haven't you? That is to come next, so make sure you subscribe. So I won't talk about it too much. The last thing I want to address before the paint colour are the mouldings. So you would have seen in the extension that we have the really grand plaster mouldings, and we just continued that in here. I went for a half moulding so that it wasn't like too much, and I love the continuation from the extension. We got Dan to do that at Overload London. He is the best. He's amazing. Every time I see any plasterwork, nothing compares to the designs that he has, the meticulous work that that boy has. And he's so fast, and he's just the friendliest, most tidiest, amazing builder ever. He's like part of the family now, literally. Honoré loves him. So he's done all of our coving work. He did all the plastering on the walls. I personally prefer plastering. I think it's a lot more chunky. You can do a lot more different designs. His coving is amazing. He does the really classic timeless pieces, but they seem to have a bit of a modern edge, and it took me so long to find him. And then I had to wait so long for him because he was so booked up. So cannot recommend Overload London enough. His work is 10 out of 10. His prices, I even said to him, Dan, you need to up your prices because your work is better than anyone I've seen and you're lower than anyone. And he's still so competitive. He's such a nice guy. So all of the plaster work, all going up the stairs, all by Overload London, same as the extension. And we went for the same colour in the extension here, and I'll let you see the lounge when we do that. But for here, anyway, to walking in the hallway, let me show you. I love this view. So this is what you see when you walk in. It's a bit wonky now, but this is the view that you see. And I wanted it to feel like one flowing space, so I really didn't want to change the colour. I did have the idea of doing a white on the top half of the wall and the panels being this beige, but I did a poll on Instagram and most of you said keep it the same colour, and I'm happy. So thank you for everyone that helped me decide that. I'm really happy that I just went with one flowing colour. Again, use little green. We love little green paint. We picked that for our kitchen, which is a slightly different shade, so it all looks kind of similar, but when you really look, it's all a different tone. It looks very tonal and warm, so it looks very bright like white. We opted to paint our frames in the same colour and our skirting boards. And the reason why we did that is our ceiling is just average height for UK, which is quite low compared to other countries. So a trick, an interior design trick is, I'm not an interior designer, but a trick is if you paint your coving, what is that called? It's gone out of my mind, but if you paint that, the wooden panel at the bottom of the wall, you paint that the same colour, it gives the illusion of the walls looking a lot higher, and you can do it with taller, high ceiling heights. Oh, my brain is gone, I need to have lunch. It just gives that illusion. So we didn't do it in there because we've got a high ceiling height, but I do wish I'd done, what are they called? I wish that we'd done them in there, but they look fine because it's such a tall ceiling in here. So floor, the whole wall, it is driving me mad that I cannot think what they're called. You'll see. I'll show you now in a cutaway. They're all the same colour as the wall. Coving, I nearly did the coving the same colour, but I'm very glad that I broke that up. I think that's it. Flooring is parquet. Have parquet flooring, London parquet flooring. Of course, I wanted that to flow into the extension. It's really durable, an amazing colour. It's like a warm, very natural oaky colour, but it has like a warm tone to it. A very, very slight grey undertone. I cannot remember the name. I'll have to contact him and ask him, but I'll put their details. London parquet flooring are amazing. The quality of their wood, the way that they can make any colour for you. They send so many samples. Their workers are amazing. If I have any flooring done, I without a doubt would pick London parquet flooring. And it is a French flooring, and I just wish that I'm very tempted to buy this flooring and take it over to our France house, which just blows my mind, because everything I found over there is not as good as him, which speaks volumes. So flooring by London parquet flooring. Wardrobe by My Fitted Bedroom, 5% off of Claire Chanelle Home. This is by Clothing Claire Chanelle. Do follow me on Claire Chanelle Home if you want to see more pictures of this area. Walls by Little Green, Portland Stone Light, I think it is. Plastering by Overload London. Upholstery done by Stringer Brothers. And the last thing actually I should talk to you about is the mirror that we have here. This is an old Venetian mirror that I have for so long. And I didn't really want to put it here, and I'm not really sure where to put it. So this is why I'm telling you that it's not 100% finished. I like it here, and it's a really good like selfie area. And I recommend that when you have a selfie area, have a wall behind you, because then you haven't got to keep tidying the background every time you want. That's basically what happens in my extension. There's toys everywhere, there's always things everywhere. So I always end up coming here. And then the last thing that I want to talk about, I know I'm so long with my reviews, is the Rex mirror. So I think I'll take you over there now. So this is our Rex table, our console table from Timothy Alton. Now this, shall I sit here? So this we used to have in our lounge, and it looked so amazing in the lounge because when we had all the lights off watching TV, we'd have the Rex mirror here. I've definitely got a photo, and it would be like a really amazing atmosphere. So I do really, really miss that. But two reasons why I put it in here is one, it's at the end where Honoré plays, and because he's a toddler and this is quite sharp, we moved it in here for the time being. But also having a console table in the hallway is so useful, and we put it here just to have somewhere to put it. But we actually love it. We feel like this room is big enough to carry it. We always use this to like put bits and bobs in. I have two huge Timothy Alton books that normally go down at the bottom. So for now, let me know what you think. Do you think we should keep this in here? I really like it. I feel like the space can carry it, and it's really useful to have a console table here. But I don't know whether to put it back in the lounge or put it in the studio room. I feel like it conflicts with the Venetian mirror here, so I'm not 100% sure. These are two of my favourite things to have, the Venetian mirror and this. I'm just not sure if they work together here. So I think I'm just going to finish the whole house and then see how it goes. But I'm happy with it how it is here because it adds, it just adds a bit of character to the room, and I love looking at it. And it's a console table, so it's very, very handy. And of course, you can have the lights on and off, so it looks completely different. I love the black marble. So that is the end of my entrance hallway. I will link everything below in the description box. I'll put everything below in the description box, all the companies that we used, all the colours that we used, the flooring, everything that possibly you need to know. And it's not finished, so you know, I've got to put the stair carpet on. I'm putting a gallery wall going up the stairs. I think I'm going to paint the doors the same colour as the hallway as well, because I really like that all one look. But that's it. Thank you so much for watching. Do follow me on Instagram, and I'm looking forward to showing you the lounge and the room upstairs and the studio. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.